Election Basha in one of the most important places when it comes to Tamil Nadu, a location which actually proved that one man's resilience and one man's firm belief can actually save thousands of people, and that one man is considered to be responsible for constructing a dam that has now become the irrigation and the life sources for 5 districts, which includes Theni and the surrounding several districts over here, Sivagangai, Ramanathapuram, Dindikkal and Madurai. The important aspect when it comes to Theni, where we are, is this water that has been stored and sent from the connection of Mullaperiyar Dam. Like we said, for one particular village here, even though it's an entire Theni, Colonel Pennycuick is very important, and that is why for this Pongal you could see that his portrait is also being carried over here. And on this side you could see the celebration, something called as Tirupur Atam, which is very important, and then you could see them who are dancing at this location. This is an ancient form of dance where villagers come together and along with drums and such, they will just carry a cloth and everybody come together and they celebrate. It's a part of Pongal and it is a kind of a celebration where everybody come over. Just like how you cannot break Pongal from the festivities of Tamil Nadu, this is Silambam, a very important art form which uses a perivadi or a big stick, and it is used as a form of protection. From the ancient period, this was the first kind of martial art, and that's what you see over here. Children, they are performing Silambam in front of the Pongal festival and the Pongal where the rally is coming over. Behind you could see Devaratam, but in front, these are the children from Tamil Nadu who are showing their effect through the Silambam over here, and this is how Pongal is celebrated. Well, one important aspect is that like when it comes to Silambam, you can move and do, but at the same time, when the location of spot is very, very less, you will do from a single spot, and one varasa is called as Tala varasa. Tala varasa katinga, and which you will do now. This is very essential because this is done with one stick or 2 sticks as well. This is a complicated one that is actually a simple one, and you could see it's like multiple rotations. 1, front, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is how it is done, and that is very simple, 1 in the front, 1 in the back. But here you could see this is much more complicated. நான் ஒரு ஸ்டைல கத்திருக்கேன், பண்ணி காட்டவா? இப்படிதானே சொல்றீங்க, கரெக்டா? இது ஒரு ஸ்டைல் இல்லையா? அப்ப இது இன்னொன்னு வருமா? இது ஆப்போசிட்டுங்களா? Sorry. That's it? Yeah. Correcta? என்ன பண்றீங்க, எதுக்காக வந்தீங்க?
இங்க வந்து பெனிக்குயிக் பிறந்த நாள்னால வந்திருக்கோம். அது பெனிக்குயிக் இங்க ரொம்ப முக்கியம். தேனில இவ்வளவு செழிப்பா தண்ணி கிடைக்குதுன்னா அதுக்கு வந்து பெனிக்குயிக் தான் முக்கியம். அதுக்காக நாங்க பெனிக்குயிக் பொங்கல் கொண்டாடுறதுக்காக வந்திருக்கோம்.
Tell us about Pennycuick and why is he very important for this place?
Yeah, sure. We came here for today's Pennycuick birthday and we came here to celebrate that function. And he is one main thing to build the dam. So that's the water source of these places. So we came here to celebrate the case. Yeah.
Like how is Pongal very important for Theni and Tamil Nadu?
Not only in Theni, all over Tamil Nadu, Pongal is very important. It's a farmer function, farmer festival in India, like in Tamil Nadu.
வரலாறு இங்க என்ன முக்கியம், ஏன் அவரை வந்து நீங்க ரொம்ப ஒரு பெரியவரா பாக்குறீங்க?
எங்க ஊர் வந்து ஒரு 300 வருஷம் வரலாறு கொண்ட ஊரு. இந்த ஊர்ல வந்து முப்பாட்டு காலத்துல விவசாயம் பண்றதுக்கு வேற வழியே இல்லாம இருந்து எத்தனையோ பேர் இறந்திருக்காங்க. சாப்பாடு கூட வழி இல்லாம இருந்து எத்தனையோ பேர் இந்த மண்ணை விட்டு வெளியேறி போயிருக்காங்க. முல்லைப்பெரியாறு கட்டின பிறகுதே நாங்க இந்த ஊர்ல வாழ்ந்திருக்கோம். இங்க இருக்க இன்னைக்கு முல்லைப்பெரியாறு நினைக்கல நாங்க உயிரோட வாழ முடியாது. அதனாலதான் நாங்க வந்து அவரை வந்து கொண்டாடுறோம்.
அவர் என்ன செஞ்சாரு அங்க? இப்ப அதுல என்ன பிரச்சனை போயிட்டு இருக்கு?
1886 வந்து ஒப்பந்தம் போட்டு 1887 இருந்து 1895 வரைக்கும் இந்த முல்லைப்பெரியார் டேம் கட்டுறாங்க. கட்டி வந்து அது 152 அடி உயரத்துக்கு தண்ணி தெருக்கினாரு. அத வந்து பிறகு வந்து கேரளா அரசியல்வாதி, கேரளா மக்களை வந்து பிரச்சனை இல்ல, கேரளா அரசியல் வந்து தவறானதை சொல்லி உச்சநீதிமன்றம் வந்து 2004 தீர்ப்பு வழங்கி, ஆனா பலமா இருக்கு 142 அடி தண்ணி பெற்றுக்கலாம், பேபி டேம பலப்படுத்திட்டு 150 அடி ஆக்கலாம் சொல்லிருக்கு. கேரளா அரசியல்வாதி வந்து தவறாங்க. நாங்க பென்னிக்குக்க வந்து அந்த டேம் இருக்குல்ல, இன்னைக்கு பென்னிக்குக்க உயிரோட வாழ்றதுக்கு ஆதாரமா வந்து நாங்க டேமத்தை நினைக்கிறோம். அந்த டேமுக்கு ஒரு ஆபத்துன்னு அந்த மக்கள் வந்து நாங்க ஏத்துக்கவே மாட்டோம். ஏண்டா இன்னைக்கு அந்த டேம் இன்னைக்கு நாங்க வாழ வழி இல்ல. இன்னைக்கு மலேசியாவோ சிங்கப்பூரோ இல்ல அந்தமானோ இந்தோனேஷியாவோ போய் அகதிகளா வாழணும். அதனால நாங்க பென்னிக்குக்க உயிரை நினைக்க அந்த டேம் வந்து நாங்க அப்புறம் பென்னிக்குக்க வடிவமா நாங்க பாக்குறோம்.
One man's firm resilience to build Mullaperiyar was able to feed 5 districts, because of which this place is prosperous. Being from Chennai, I know the importance of water, and here you have this much water because of one man believing, and that's what the people of this particular district believe, and that is why they celebrate the Pongal called as Pennycuick Pongal, and that's what you see over here. We've shown you what is Theni and why this place is completely important to them, and you could see the kind of heaven that is over here. This is called Theni, and the important aspect when it comes to election for them is water management and especially protecting Mullaperiyar Dam. They have several other issues which they believe that could be resolved, but the only thing that they cannot compromise is the Mullaperiyar Dam, and that is what they want as assurance from the politicians. And this is Election Basha. We are at Tiruppur, the ancient district and also a district that was ruled by the Cheras earlier. And this is a place where the essence of Tamil Nadu is still prevailing. On one side, it is modernized because it is considered as the capital, the knit weaving capital of India. This is also considered as a dollar city because every year billions of dollars worth of business happens at this spot. But the important aspect here is that even after all this, very importantly, this particular district is facing 2 issues. One being the because of the US tariffs, a major kind of issue is happening, and how to say is that big impact is on the ground over here. And the next bigger issue, on one side we have a major impact because of the US tariffs, but here on the ground there is another very big issue, that is a local issue the people are fighting for, that is their livelihood, as a main important source for living is under danger, where the people have come together to protect it. Knitwear capital of India, and that is Tirupur, and here you could see right now the kind of colors and everything. This is a spot where it is pouring garments, and the interesting fact is that a garment that you will buy for at least 500 rupees per piece is being sold here for 3 pieces for 50 rupees or 3 pieces for 100 rupees. This is a kind of like situation when it comes to Tirupur, because this is the knitwear capital of India. It's everywhere garments at this place, and it's so cheap. In fact, 1 piece over here, elders and adults dresses being sold for rupees 30. Yes, this is not a kind of a shock, but that's how it is, and this is why it is considered as a very important spot. However, the bigger impact when it comes to Tirupur, the knitwear capital, the dollar city, is that it is also under extreme distress because of the US tariffs. That is becoming a huge battle for them. And the next thing is about the migrant labor issue, because here now, as per the government restrictions and orders, a proper and a decent way of life should be provided to them. Yes, this is one part where we will actually concentrate, but the bigger issue is that on one side you have a global impact causing issue in Tirupur, but what about the local impact over here? One issue, people have come forward now to fight and bring the reality, bring the truth and save Tirupur for the future. That is a kind of an issue, an environmental story. The impact when we say about the global ones, especially about the tariff, is it the bigger impact or the labor or the human resources is the bigger impact when it comes to Tirupur?
No, see, the tariff is the biggest impact because we do about one-third of our apparel exports to USA, approximately 5.4 to 5.5 billion. And so far, we were able to manage the sales. The buyers need exporters, exporters needs the buyer. So this up to 25% penalty up to August 27th we are able to manage. But after this extra penalty of 25%, so as I said, we need each other. So we started sharing the penalty with the buyers. So buyers also started a little jittering because again, I'm talking about 500% when you do it for Russia and other things. So that is going to hit us badly, and buyers also started telling us, please see that something has done with your government to enter the BTA. Now the buyers wants to pick the country where the lesser tariff, and they also want to identify the suppliers. Our request is both Tamil Nadu and the state, central government, as a labor welfare, you give us 50% as a capital subsidy when we build the hostel. Same way that interest, what are the 50% what we are doing it, they should give a 3 to 4% interest rate. Unless otherwise they do this, we are going to have a big problem.
About the international issue that is actually causing a lot of impact for Tiruppur. The important aspect is for the people of Tiruppur, there seems to be a much bigger issue, and that is about dumping, illegal dumping, and dumping that has become illegal because apparently it is also done by the government. And that is the reason we are at one particular location, which is a stone quarry that is being filled. In fact, on the other side, that entire area is completely full. It looks like normal land, but this is a condition. This was a stone quarry earlier. In fact, you could see over here, what you see on this ledge where we are walking through on this side, it might look like sand, but it is actually complete waste. And there is smoke emanating from there. That is not someone burning it. Apparently, a long time back, some kind of fire has started, but due to the unsegregated waste that has been placed over here, methane seepage is occurring. There is chemical seepage as well, but first, methane seepage is occurring, which is burning inside this particular dump. This is the size of the dump. It's almost 20 feet over here, and this entire quarry, which should be at least 60 feet deep, is completely being filled, and people from this spot had fought and they have stopped it. We have Sridhar, who is a farmer, and Satish, who is a farmer, who are from this location as well. What was the problem at this spot, and how did you identify that this is going to completely destroy this area?
The Tirupur Corporation, last 2024 October, they are planning the municipal corporation waste nowhere to dump in the city place, and all unsegregated waste, and they are spending more than 100 crore every year. So that's why the illegal mining quarry, this is abandoned and illegal mining quarry, they plan and dump unsegregated waste, and the both beneficiary, one unsegregated waste to dump this place, and illegal mining also is eliminated. So the things, both parties are collaborated.
Are you saying government officials are involved in this?
Yeah. The government officials and the political party and the quarry owners. One of the quarry is public. Another more than 40 acre of quarry is private. So this all parties colluded and the dumping in this place. Government is spending more than 100 crore every year in the name of contract, in the name of SW solid waste management, but nothing happened. The textile city, now garbage city.
As a common man, as a farmer, I'm getting a doubt whether it is done intentionally in polluting this, whether the government is supporting this. It's because are they doing all this because they wanted to privatize water in the future? and they don't take a standpoint for this, because when this gets polluted, as a farmer, as a common man, we are forced to buy water that is sold by the companies.
There are so many quarries over here, and now we've also being told by the people from Tiruppur that the illegal quarrying, not in a way, because on one side you get license if it is for 10 feet, it is go for 50 feet. For an example, I'm saying so that is being filled right now, and that is what is causing a lot of water damage to a place like Tiruppur, which is depend on groundwater, being a farmland area that is being destroyed, and that has raised a lot of concern. On one side, you might have the US tariff and such that is taking having a global impact, but on the ground, the important aspect is save the land, save the water, save the air before it becomes too late, and that is why the people of Tirupur are fighting over here from the ground. A century-long issue that has been plaguing the state of Tamil Nadu is water management, and that has become a very big issue between two states as well. One is Karnataka and the other one is Tamil Nadu over the river Kaveri. In fact, through Karnataka, what happens is that it starts at Kaveri and it follows a path. Apparently, while we are fighting for the Kaveri water year after year, almost a decade ago, a plan was placed in this particular location where I stand, and that is about the Rasi Manal Dam. And had it been constructed, this entire place would have been completely different, just like how we saw with Mullaperiyar Dam. In fact, this is a kind of a topographical map with bumps and the hillsides and everything that was categorically and characteristically done over here. We've been told by Kamarajar, the former CM, back in 1960s, and it actually shows that this is a place Kaveri actually enters, and slowly as it moves, you could see kind of like deep gorges at this location, which is called as the Vachathi region, which we also shown you earlier, where Karnataka wants to construct a dam, and it's still being a very big issue between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, as Tamil Nadu is not agreeing to it. However, a plan had been earlier devised, as this water was flowing through Vachathi to this particular region. There is a kind of a flat bed over here with two gorges that is actually already ready, and had there been a dam constructed on this particular site, it would have been called as a Rasi Manal Dam, a kind of project for which the foundation was laid back in 1960s during the period of Kamarajar. And had this dam been constructed, water could have been used for both Tamil Nadu and to Karnataka. Almost a decade ago, this plan for a dam over Rasi Manal was laid. However, after consecutive change of power over here, the governments and such, consecutive promises are being made, but the people claim that it is not being implemented. Let's just go and see how fertile this particular area is and what is the amount of water that actually flows through this, because they very clearly say close to 93 TMC of water is being lost to the Bay of Bengal every year through Mettur, which could have been easily stored over here, and had it been done, it could have helped both Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. This is the place which is called as Ogenekal, and in this place only Kamarajar earlier went ahead and put this, laid this foundation stone for this particular dam called as Rasi Manal. And all this place, it's a beautiful, amazing place, and the officials and the people over here, very clearly the people over here have a lot of knowledge about the sport, and they claim that when Mettur Dam is actually providing water to several districts of the state, had another dam been constructed over here as planned as per Kamarajar several decades ago, the Rasi Manal Dam, the situation would have been entirely different when it had come to Tamil Nadu. Dharmapuri is in an elevated spot, and that's the reason Dharmapuri is not able to enjoy, even though Kaveri is flowing through it, the water except for drinking purpose. Imagine this water is being used for Dharmapuri and other areas for irrigation as well. It would have become a complete kind of a bliss, a beautiful thing for them, but they are still waiting for it. Even after several decades, it has not yet been completed, and that seems to be the only worry they are raising from here. This is one aspect of Dharmapuri district where Election Basha from the ground is bringing to you. But on the other hand, there is a very, very important issue, something several decades old, but that issue, that is something that reflects the struggle of the people from the spot and how it has to be rectified. Let's just go and talk to the people, we can call them as victims, who had suffered a lot because of something that went missing, called as conscience of the government. there is something more important that we need to address, and that is about a dark hour in the state of Tamil Nadu's history, something that is indelible and something where the state was at fault, and even now no proper any kind of remorse or whatever the crime that occurred for which the actual payment has not been provided, all because those involved, the victims, are from the scheduled tribe. We are talking about one issue called as Vachathi that occurred in 1991. This is involving officials from the government, forest officials, police officials, and also VAOs. More than 260. That was one of the biggest cases at that point, which was brought out by the Communist Party at that time. In 1992, this was a place of a major crime, because of which more than 260 government officials were booked, arrested and charged for multiple crimes, including gang rape and an atrocity that was upon the tribals over here. In Dharmapuri, there are a lot of tribals who are still, unlike in areas which is underdeveloped. But this particular incident that occurred in Vaachathi is a dark hour when it comes to Tamil Nadu history, because the victims here claim that instead of inspecting, investigating this particular matter, the then government tried to hide it. 18 women from this place who were children at the spot, some 13, some 17, were brought to this location over here, and they were brutally assaulted and gang raped by government officials. The government officials were the ones who were charged with that particular crime, and that needs to be registered on that day. There are several such crimes that occur against tribal people, but this one was brought out by then Marxist Party leaders who fought for them, and they had to wait for 32 years to get justice.
அப்புறம் சாயந்தரம் நேரம் ஆன உடனே அந்த ஃபாரஸ்ட்காரனுங்க எங்களை இப்போ இந்த கூட்டத்தில் நாங்களாம் எங்கள் அம்மா சொந்த பந்தத்தை கூட உக்காந்துருக்கும்போது அடிச்சு இழுக்கிறாங்க ஒவ்வொருத்தியா, நீ வாடி அப்படின்னு சொல்லி என்னை இழுக்கிறாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் அதே மாதிரி மற்ற பொண்ணுங்களையும் அடிச்சு பிடிச்சி இழுக்கிறானுங்க. இழுத்து இந்த இடத்துலயே லாரி நிற்குது, அந்த லாரியில் பிடிச்சி எங்கள் முடியை பிடிச்சி அப்படியே தூக்கி போடுறானுங்க. போடும்போது ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒருத்தர் அழுதுகிட்டு எங்களை எங்கே கூட்டிகிட்டு போகிறீங்க அப்படின்னு அதுக்கு எந்த பதிலுமே சொல்லல. அப்போ இருக்கும்போது தான் அந்த 18 பொண்ணுங்கள் தான் அந்த லாரியில் இருக்கிறோம். அந்த லாரி கூட்டிகிட்டு அந்த ஏரிக்கு போகுது. ஏரிக்கு போகும்போது சாயந்தரம் நேரம் ஆயிடுச்சு. அப்போ அங்கே போய் ஒவ்வொரு பொண்ணுங்களையா என்ன 2 பேர் பிடிச்சி இழுத்துட்டு போகிறானுங்க. இழுத்துட்டு போய் அந்த ஏரியில் தான் இவ்வளோ சித்திரவதை பண்ணி எங்களை கற்பழிப்பு சித்திரவதைக்கு ஆளாக்கி அப்புறம் உடம்பெல்லாம் காயத்தோட நாங்கள் திரும்பி எங்களை ஃபாரஸ்ட் ஆஃபீஸ் கூட்டிகிட்டு போகும்போது ரொம்ப இருட்டான நேரம் ஆயிடுச்சு. அப்புறம் மற்ற ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒருத்தர் நாங்கள் பொண்ணுங்களே சொல்லி அழுதுகிட்டோம். யார் சின்ன வயசு பொண்ணுங்களா யார் இருக்கிறாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஒரு 18 பெண்களை வாங்கன்னு பிடிச்சி இழுத்து அம்மா பிடிச்சிட்டு நாங்கள் அழுகுறோம், எதுக்கு இவங்க கூப்பிட்றாங்கன்னு தெரியாமல் இருக்கும்போது அம்மா பிடிச்சிட்டு இருக்கும்போது எல்லாம் அடித்து வாங்கன்னு இழுத்து ஒரு லாரியில் ஏற்றி இந்த பக்கம் இதுதான் ஏரி, இந்த இடத்துல தான் அந்த பிரச்சனை நடந்ததே. இந்த பக்கம் ஏரிக்கு கொண்டு வந்த லாரியிலேருந்து அங்கே லாரியிலேருந்து கீழே இறக்கி அவங்களும் தனித்தனியாக அந்த புதற்குள்ள நிறைய கருவேல மரமாக இருக்கும். அவங்கள தனித்தனியாக அந்த பக்கம் கூட்டிகிட்டு போயிட்டு எல்லா பெண்கள்கிட்ட தப்பான முறையில் அந்த ஃபாரஸ்ட்டுக்காரங்க போலீஸ் எல்லாமே இருந்தாங்க, எங்களுக்காக பாதுகாப்பு யாரும் இல்லை. அப்புறமா பெண்கள்லாம் அவங்களும் இங்கே தனித்தனியாக கூட்டிகிட்டு போயிட்டு இங்கே தான் கற்பழிப்பு நடந்த இடமே இதுதான்.
India Today's Election Basha ground report from Dharmapuri has clearly showed that while we have this much resource and a possibility to construct a dam at Rasi Manal, the necessary water for Tamil Nadu can be brought from this Rasi Manal instead of fighting with Karnataka over the Kaveri water or the building of the Meghatatu. However, the bigger picture is about providing a quality life, a decent life and a respectable life for the tribal people, and these are the issues from Dharmapuri district which the people want to be rectified. With Irfan and Devraj, Pramod Madhav for India Today.